So let's start this live. Let's start this live. Let's set it up. Let's bring your life back here. Come back here. And let's start with the stories. I want to tell you a story. Story, yo. Let's start, I want to tell you a story. Story, yo. So let's talk about yesterday. Let's talk about Maitomo Gavete. Yesterday, Jemima. Namwitanga Auntie Jemima. Sijui mlitoa wapi jina auntie. Unajua unashindwa kama ni auntie kwani alikuanga mboches at one point. You like calling your house girls auntie. Unaanga maana unasikia huyu ni auntie. So by default unajua kama naitwa auntie ni kumaanisha ni mboches na vitu kama hizo. Shout out to all the house helps, mnaoitanga house managers. A lot of the house managers have been of great help to us. Most of the men lost their virginity to house helps, Jegamudhaka included. My first sexual encounter was with the house help. Oh my God. Wanasemanga don't tell, yeah? Of course, older than me, an expert when it comes to that. Anyway, shout out to everyone in the comments. Let's jump right into it. So yesterday, tulienda na Munjiro. So Munjiro was dressing. Munjiro is all about fashion. She's special like that. So most of our creations will be on the runaway na vitu kama hizo. Sasa si tukajipata tumeenda hiyo nini ya Nyabura Dayo. Si tukajipata tumeenda hiyo ilikuwa inaitwa Maitomo Gavete ni ya Jemima. Jemima Rocky ekirite nguo cia jera, unajua hizo yellow ya orange overalls zenye zinavangwa na watu wa jela. Unajua watu wa stand up comedy is like they copy each other. Unajua just because this guy, what do you call this guy, mwenye anavanga overall. So kila mtu saizi akifanya stand up comedy anakuja kama amevaa overall. So Auntie Jemima alikuja at first na shindwa kwani Auntie Jemima ameambiwa kuna gari imeharibika kama amekuja na overall na span au kitu. But then it's still a costume now. So during the whole show, of course we were in the VIP, all access to the backstage to everyone who was involved na vitu kama hizo. Watu walikuwa wamenyakua viti sana. People will always take the seats na wajiweke. Sasa mimi tukiwa na Monjiro, we didn't have hatukuwa na viti, we didn't have seats. And the thing is, I like doing what you call social experiments, where as a teacher or as a coach, you're supposed to do what you call social experiment so you take yourself out of the scenario. Every time I'm in a scenario, I become the observer. Observer. I take myself out of whatever is happening and I go into an observation mode. I take myself out of whatever is happening, the present, and I go into observation, whereby I'm observing how people are reacting, how people are responding. You may look at me like I'm absent-minded, but I'm actually looking at what is happening behind the scenes. So there was a whole group of men kwenye Munjiro alikuwa nyuma ya men. And so we had 2 seats first. So we had 2 seats. Nikaambia Munjiro, kalia hapa. Munjiro akaniambia hapana, wacha kwanza nisimame because I'm still working. When I'm tired, I'm going to sit down. Akasuggest, you sit down. Kamwambia mimi I'm okay, I like standing. So I took off my shoes and I was barefoot. So I was sitting, alafu nasimama because she was still working. So I'm doing a social experiment. I'm looking at the men because I understand what men have become. Feminine men. So mimi niko class, I'm observing everything from the whole setup, the whole feminized edition of Maitomo Kabete. There was no men role at all. Now we have to stop this nonsense, especially in the Kikuyu community, whereby everything has to have, and this explains why it is so difficult for you to heal as a Kikuyu nation, because it is easier to heal a man who has not been indoctrinated in religion than someone who has been religious. Hakuna kitu ngumu kutoa, ama hakuna mwanaume ngumu kusaidia kama mwanamke amekuwa raised in religion. Actually it's not even religion. And before to endelea, shout out to my cats. So yesterday my cat gave birth to some kittens. So this came with the new moon in Virgo. Last time Ginger gave birth when we had a new moon in Leo. Alafu akakula watoto wake. So me I was there like, oh my god, ameleta tu Leo dragon into the world, blah blah blah, akawakula. He has this reason. So Silo na yeye amezaa new moon in Virgo, akona watoto. Hao wanapiga kelele hapo wawili. Beautiful kittens. Wacha nione na yeye kama watakula. The reason paka anakulanga watoto juu anajuanga these are going to become demons. Okay? During the African what you call traditional way of things, the midwives, musiaridhania, the children would be seen. You can have a cat just because Nyambura umeomba already. Wacha akuwe kubwa, you can have one. I'll talk to Nyambura, your namesake, my daughter, kitema kupe. So during that what you call the traditional thing, the midwife would look at ni nini imezaliwa hapa nyumbani. Alikuwa anajua tu weakness. Katoto kanazaliwa venye kanalia, wanajua hii itatusumbua. This one will either burn the village. This one will either turn into this, and they would kill the child at birth. It was spiritual. The midwives knew huyu tutanyonga, huyu hatazaliwa. You get what I'm saying? But now we are bringing all demons into the world. Kwa sababu mnaenda kuzalia kwa hospitali. Ndio maana saizi unakuta umezaa mtoto atakusumbua maisha yako yote. You have a child that should not be born. Mtoto alikuwa amekataa kuzaliwa from the word go. Now uko na mtoto sijui ako na special needs. Mtoto maisha yake yote ati sijui ako na cerebral palsy. Why do you want to raise something that will never become anything? Okay? Why would you want to do that? Who is this texting me sasa saa hizi when I'm live? Why are you texting me now? Wataka tu kublokiwa? You know, I don't take this kindly because I think, especially when I'm talking about unwanted children, afu nani text, to me that's a message. That's a demonic spirit already in the space. Wacha nione nani huyu. Who is this? Wacha nimwambie, go away demon. Go away demon. Get the fuck out of here. Kwenda huko. And you block that motherfucker immediately. Kwapi blocking button. Toka hapa. You're one of the unwanted children naongelelea about. So and we have to be having these conversations. We have to be having these conversations. There are some children whom you don't deserve to be raising. We have to be very honest. You do not deserve to be raising a child who have cerebral mashida za cerebral from birth. Atumezaliwa mtoto, daktari anakuambia mtoto amesurvive but tunaona kuna brain damage. So we were thinking, no, tell them I don't want that child. That's not your child. Okay? I saw you yesterday. Shout out to you. Yeah. Tell them that's not my child. I don't want to raise that child. Okay? You did not come to this world to suffer. You are not going to raise a cerebral palsy child in 2024. Na hii ndio shida yenyu. You are so lost not in religion, in the church. There's nothing wrong with the religion. Religion will always be with us. But you are lost in the church. Na ndio maana hata Auntie Jemima jana aliwaambia, o milenio heho. So you are afraid of speaking out. You're afraid of speaking your mind and saying, I am not ready. I cannot cope with raising a cerebral palsy child all my life. Mtoto hata haikuwa mtu. I am not ready to enslave myself to a demon that will, until they go to the grave, or until I go to the grave, I have to be there kumbadilisha diaper. You are not ready for those conversations. Na mnajifanya mko ready. You have to be ready for these conversations. Na tumefika mahali, I'm even telling women, don't have children. Not now. Take your time. Now, yesterday, we went for the show. So, I had no access to the VIP, to the backstage, na kila kitu na vitu kama hizo. I was kina Nyawera, so don't ask how. That's how we roll. So, backstage, I was observing our men, our feminized men, boys, I call them boys. No puns intended. And I'm observing them how they are behaving, whereby wamechukua viti, wameshikanisha hizi za plastic, and Monjiro amesimama. So I was seated at Monjiro, we want to sit before you malize ndio tuingie show, ananiambia hapana. So she's also observing how the man is. And it's fucked up that in 2024, it is the men who, women, shout out to all the women. It is the women who are coming up with the rescue natures. Wamama ndio walikuwa na to rescue. It was a woman who came and said, you guys, you need some seats? And of course, I wanted some seats. Alikuwa najua nitaendea viti. Charity is like, yeah, we want some seats. She went, she got the seats. She actually got the seats with the cushions, akazivalisha, akatupeleka pale mbele, akaniambia niwapeleke pale front, nikamwambia don't want to sit with akina Samido. Hakuna kitu tunaweza ongea nao. Maybe give me like 1, 2, 3, 4. So you know me, I'll be on my spiritual side, so I'm even counting the roads I want to be. Nikamwambia nipek line number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to be seated on the 6th row. Find out a way to get me on the 6th row. So it is our women who are taking charge. The whole show of Maitomo Gavete, beautiful show, but very imbalanced. Why? Our men were nowhere to be seen. Even for the Moratina, it was the ladies selling the Moratina. Even uji ya Maitomo Gavete, it was the women selling the uji. Go to the ice cream booth and shout out to the people selling their chocolate there. Women. Go to the people promoting their, what do you call them? Tour companies. It was women. Women were everywhere, from merchandising to product placing. Even the security of the place were being handled by women. Why? Because men have taken a back role. Men have had moved to the back. They are letting the women rule or run the show. Not because they are supposed to, but because the men have become feminized. We don't have men anymore. We did, after leaving the show, we went and we sat in the car for a whole hour. I told Charity, there's no need of exiting. Kila mtu anatoka, tutakaa kwa jam. And it's just 2 floors. We are parked on basement 3. I said, let's just chill in the car. In any case, we are going home and it's already late 11. Hakuna kuchelewa ingine. Let's chill and observe. And all the cars that were leaving the basement, 90% of the cars, that is 9 out of 10 cars, it was women with beautiful cars, high value women. It was so beautiful to watch. And this is what now is becoming a challenge to our men. Okay? There was a challenge to our men. Even the show. So during the show, they said, we have gone through so much with the whole Gen Z. I actually didn't enjoy the Gen Z jokes, to be really honest. The Gen Z joke was not necessary. Auntie Jemima, the Gen Z joke was a little bit, that was giving too much energy to a political bullshit crap that was not necessary. But because it was not a joke, actually, it was the truth. We all saw the Gen Z and how powerful they were. But that's beside the point. So what I'm saying is this. The Beijing thing to empower the women was a beautiful thing. And it's a beautiful thing where we empower the women to be in these states of power na vitu kama hizo. And there's no problem with having women in money. I actually admire women who have those kind of brains. However, the men now have to take back or have to come back into what you can call into their power. the men have to come back into their masculine. And the men cannot come back into their masculine by disrespecting women or fighting women. They can only come back into their power by healing first. The men have to heal first. The men have to do all the hard work and heal. Then after they have healed, the women then are going to allow them, keyword, not give them the power that they already have. Power is never given. Power is taken. And in this role, we are not going to have a man versus the women. Then the women now, once they have seen, okay, now my man is ready. My man can take charge. The women are going to softly retreat into their feminine. Okay, and now you are going to have that kind of divine, masculine, feminine balance going on. Why do I say, or why am I speaking like this? Now, today we have a new moon in Virgo. And before I even proceed, if you are watching me, whatever you are, understand that you are going to be going through. You may notice that the whole of last week, maybe you may have been having what you call headaches. I never get headaches, so if I feel presence of a headache from a farmer and come and ask something like a fever, I know it's the overall energy that I'm picking. So I know there has been a lot of that energy in the sky of the Virgo, and most of you may be even struggling with migraines and headaches. Now, here's a warning for you. Okay? During the Maria Immaculate, or what you call the Virgo season, this is when people manifest. Keyword, this is the time to manifest a cancer. What is a cancer cell? A tumor or a calcification of something. So during the remaining 25 days of this month, try as much as you can not to overthink. The more you overthink, the more migraines you are going to have, the more headaches you are going to have, and you can actually manifest a cancer into your body. Wale watu wote wanashikangwa na cancer, they manifest a cancer during Virgo. So if you've been struggling with headaches the whole of last week, remember the whole of this month ni month ya kukua na headache. So nimekupea hiyo warning, ndio ukisikia headache unakumbuka, oh shit, it's Virgo season. I'm supposed to be practicing some form of consistency, taking care of your health. This is the best time to go to the gym. Okay, this is the best time to do what you call gym membership, sign up na vitu kama hizo. Now back to the live. So our men, okay, since you are what you call feminized, you have been feminized by the world and where we are, which is not a bad thing. I need you to understand this thing. As a feminine man, okay, the version of yourself that you have built, where now you are the feminized, weak, bitter male that you are, okay, you built this for survival. It's not your fault. You are building the man you are, the weak man you are. You are building that weak man for survival. The pioneers, to use Kibe's word just for this life kidogo, that Kabahanye syndrome that you have, that Karif Cairo syndrome that you have, you built that version of yourself. I built that version of myself because I've been there, done that, in order to protect myself. Okay? And it has served me well. Okay? That feminized man has already served you well to put you where you are. In the past, it has worked. However, whatever type of man you are, the weak man you are, the whipped man you are, that served you well because that was there to protect you. You had beauty to protect yourself. Understand, as I keep telling you, give yourself grace. Forgive yourself for the things you do when you're in what you call fight or fright mode. You are on fight or fright mode. So it was your hormones stepping in. It was your cortisol. It was your adrenaline, fight or flight. So you became a soft man. So that version of yourself that was a long time ago was necessary to protect you. But it is time to drop that act. So yesterday at Auntie Jemima stage, I was there. So of course they came, they're like, oh my God, would you like to say something? Unaweza endana pale kwa stage, you are live on sijui Kameme, whatever the station, Let's Talk, blah, 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 Jagaza, Zigiza, all that, you know, all that drama that is showing in these shows. And I'm looking at the women who are leading, what do you call those things? The interviews. There was no men. I saw one MC, sijui MC anajitanga, mwenye alikuwa na interview Joro wa Uber. That is the only man MC niliona amepea men chance. I think he interviewed 2 or 3 men. Men who are nowhere to be seen on the red carpet because our men are even afraid of being seen. Men have taken a back role. Men have taken the observer role, not because they want to, but because women have taken charge. Women are in charge, and it's beautiful to watch, but they are not supposed to be there. Men is thought, logic, role, leading, providing, security. Women are there to add a beauty to that. You know, the balance. So, though that version that you had built a long time ago to protect yourself was a good one, as a weak man, as you are learning and growing, it's time to let that boy go. It's time to let that man go. Unaona ako kama mwanaume kafukusui. In 2024, we're in the new age of Aquarius, let that boy go. I don't care what you have to do. Let that weak 3 minutes of sex boy go. Because what is happening, I tell you, I do what you call social experiments. The force, the women, what they are becoming is unstoppable. Trust me. The women we have, the African woman, is unstoppable. And they are going to become merciless. Not because they want to, but because we, the men, have taken a back role. Okay? These things that we are trying to avoid as men, these conversations that we are trying to avoid as men, so our Kikuyu men, instead of having conversations on what is ailing our boy child or what is ailing us, mumeamua kazi yenu ni kukula nyama. Na utidamu kiuga, ile tuliadhuria kiama, ile tuliadhuria kiama. So, these conversations that you are avoiding are going to bite you in the ass. These conversations of healing or becoming better versions of yourself that you are avoiding are going to bite you in the ass. And there will be nothing left. You'll die in your brown clothes. Hizo za Ukikuyu mutakufa. Mutaacha hizo na tirao. Hizo sietagwo imido. Siakoga ya na nyama. Hizo sietagwo imido. Hizo tirao. Rao ndo hutithagio indo ciothe. No na imido icio. Muratinda mukigana nacio nyama. Atene nyama cia githaka. Mutakufa mutaacha hizo imido. And you are going to live a boy child that is done. Done. With nothing. And we cannot blame the women. It's time to stop blaming the women. At women wamekuwa hivi. No, the women have become that because we are not giving them a spot to be soft. The whole Jemima show, feminized edition. Beautiful show. Why was it feminized? No men. Sasa ati yule mwanaume ni Samido. Amukira gatho we mwega ni wikite wega we. Tulikuwa tumeenda kanisa ama tulikuwa tumeenda comedy show? The building was shaking. Wale walikuwa show wanajua. The building was shaking. At one point I was like, fuck this man. I'm looking at the exit like, sasa unajua hizi nyumba na ni zile watu wanakuanga wamekula pesa. This is a new mall. Hatujui wamejenga na simiti gani ya China, man. Hii nyumba watu wanaweza imba tena ianguke hapa. What is this nonsense? And we have a new moon in Virgo. My Mercury. This is a new space for me. I'm looking at the exits. I'm looking at the columns. People are singing gospel. And this is a problem with you people. Mko na shida kubwa sana wa Kikuyu. Who said that everywhere you go you have to take your weak God? Eh? Who said that? Men wanaimba amokera gatho mwega. Samido wako hapa sasa. Samido is a boy. Samido is a feminized boy. Wako hapa na mama anachekanga kama wazimu kwa radio. Sijui mnamuitanga aje mama anachekanga hapa radio. Oh my God. Unashindwa, why are we laughing? It's a serious nation. We have serious issues. But anacheka juu analipwa na radio. I don't remember what that woman is. Her name is. Alikuwa hapo wako na Samido. She's even looking at Samido. Samido draina wega. I'm looking at the show like, wait a minute. Where is the man? Where is the alpha male? The show ni ya Jemima, yes, but why am I feeling so unbalanced? Where are the men? Where? You go backstage. Eh? It's the women The women ndio wako na shash huko, nasikia tu ni maforeign huko backstage, ni women wanafungua tu handbag, wanatoa maforeign mashash, wako hapo wanaengelea jengo wa Mudhaka. Would you like some? Like, you know, my weed has to be special. I have to grow my own weed, or, you know, I can't even be sharing weed with you. No, thank you, no, thank you. You know, I didn't bring my, but no, thank you. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm looking at the men like, hata hakuna wanaume huko wako na maforeign, wanachoma maforeign huku, ni madem tu na wako na mali safi, but yeah, the men wako huko panicking. The sound was terrible because the men didn't take charge. The sound was terrible sound. Na ni watu wame rehearse during the day, wame rehearse mchana, sound ilikuwa poa. Masaa ya show imefika, some man somewhere failed his job, kwa sababu msiniambie sound ni wamama walikuwa in charge. No, sound wachia wanaume. So the women did everything perfect, the setup, everything, security, everything. The men failed them. Sound, wanaume. Si mimi nilikuwa backstage. I went to the sound part. Kakuta wanaume wako hapo. Hata wajui nini inaendelea. They look confused. They are like boys who have lost their heads. There was no man in charge of venye mtu anakujanga, what is happening. There was none. Kila mtu alikuwa anakuja na yake, ameguza waya, ameguza. So me, I'm observing, I'm like, wait a minute. Chagamu Dhaka, do you see what this is? Yeah, this is loss of the masculine energy. Si kitu ingine una observe. This is what you are witnessing now. Okay? Are you telling me that is how we have sunk? Tumefika hapo that we have to witness this in public. Niko kwa parking. Wamama wanataka kutoka. Let the women go home fast. These are women. They should be home safe. Wacha kungangana parking, uko na gari, mama anataka kukata, and she's a woman. Unataka kumgongea gari na wewe ni mwanaume, unafungia. I'm looking at the men like, why are we competing with these women bana? We should be proud of these. Sasa ni ameingiza mahat because she has a beautiful car than you. Sasa umekasirika. Now I'm very sure most of the men are like, nani amemnunulia hiyo gari? No, let me tell you, these women are buying these cars for themselves. Trust me, these women are buying these cars for themselves. So, the very thing that we are trying to avoid, the very things that we are trying to avoid, those conversations, that is exactly what we are manifesting. We are holding back from talking about the boy child. We are holding back about talking about the masculine, the divine masculine. That is exactly what we are manifesting. Something that is holding us back. Our men are in such imbalanced feminine energy that we are lacking everything. Sijui hata tutaweza sema nini. Men, we have gotten to a point where we are not going to win over the respect of the women. You cannot win the respect of the women. You have to respect yourself first. Men, it's about time you start setting standards for yourself. Because if you don't start setting the standards of how you want yourself to be, respect self, then you cannot set the standards on how you want to be treated. We need to start asserting our boundaries. And those boundaries have to be with ourselves. I am asserting boundaries whereby I am changing. I don't have to go and drink to be validated every weekend. I'm going to join a fitness program. I'll be there more present for my children. Hata kama ukai na watoto. Najua umezaa kila mahali. It doesn't matter. We said we are in the age of Aquarius. And in this new age, we are going to set up the type of relationships that we are going to have. You are my father. You are my mother. You cannot advise me on relationship. You're already separated with my mother. The same with my father-in-law and my mother-in-law. Kwa hivyo that one, show your advice on relationship, tupa inje. O millennial heho, niguo jamai maraugire. Throw it out of the window. That's bullshit. We are going to set up new relationships. Not polygamy, no. New relationships. We define them. I have a relationship with my woman. At the same time, I'm going to also to have another relationship with this woman or this woman or this girl, and it's going to be new, and I'm going to find a new way to make it work. You don't like it? Get away from my face. Because there's no example unaweza nionyesha at it has to work like that. Haiku work for your grandfather, with his many wives. Haikuwork, they left nothing. Hakuna mashamba, you have nothing. Hata saizi wewe uko in rental. Your grandfather was fucked up in the head. Same with your millennial father or millennial heho. Now here you are in the age of Aquarius, the new age. It is our time to set up new relationships, never seen before. You have children out there, find a way whereby you are going to create a new way of relating, where you are there for those children in whichever way, shape and form, however it looks like. Create your new relationships. Wacha tukae nyuma tuseme, you know, this kind of relationship was invented by this person or these people. We have never seen this. Tuache hii ujinga. Okay? Ati a relationship has to be a certain way. Ati a relationship has to be a man, a mistress, or a concubine, or hizo zote ni vitabu tumesoma, and that age is gone. Because the age we are now, where we are now, especially for the men, I'm talking to you men today. Nimesema the whole of this Virgo month, I'll be on your case. The Maria Immaculate energy, okay? That Virgo energy of routine. The whole of this month, routine ni yenyu men. You have to assert your boundaries. Wacha kuambiwa how to do your relationship na mutu. This is what is making you weak. Set the standards on how you want to be treated. And how do you do that? By respecting yourself first. Our men have lost their self-respect. Our men walk with their heads down. I was looking at the men. I had my sunglasses on for observation, you know. So if a man is looking at me, he doesn't know that I'm learning him. I'm observing how he's walking with his woman. The women squeezing the one walking in mbele ya wanawake. I was there at the entrance where the people were coming in. Women are more bold. The women wanna walk, they are walking faster and more upright. The men are following them with their heads ashamed. Ni kama ni endi ya kagaofa na walk ni kama bibi anamwambia twende hivi anapita, and the men cannot walk. This is how you see it. During the whole show, the men were pressed. Kuna wenye walikuwa wameitisha to be hapo. Men walikuwa wamekaza mkojo mpaka show iishe. It is the women who are brave enough to get up and go. Unaona mama ameamka, excuse me, she goes to the bathroom, she comes back. Men could not even move. The only men who are moving ni wenye wako huko kwa kona, kwa curtain. Unaona curtain kimenunua, mwanaume ametoka na kasimu, anaangalia hata ajui. Na aliambiwa pale vizuri sana, bathroom iko hiyo direction ukitoka kwa stairs. But the men have no confidence. Wanaume, I'm even shocked, but maybe most of them walijikojolea. You know, men have weak muscles nowadays. Okay, their prostate is already fucked with the hormones and the food they are eating. So I'm very sure most of the men were casting. Walikuwa wanasema hii show itaisha saa ngapi lakini kakojoe. I went to the bathroom. I went to the men's bathroom. Me, I do social experiments everywhere. I went to the men's bathroom. You know, I whipped out my member. You know, hizo si kama zile unajua when you are growing up as boys, we used to grow, unatafuta ile kijiti mudhoa imejenga sana, you whip out your member, unabomolea mudhoa, shua, you know, there's a lot of force behind your urine, unabomolea mudhoa, shua. So me, I go to the bathroom. Okay? You go to the bathroom, the men come in, mwanaume atanamsha zip, whoop, karibu aguzisha ukuta na jificha. I'm looking like the men like, man, why do you have such a small dick mentality? Who cares about your dick, man? But then, subconsciously, I know it's not about the size of his manhood, but his manhood has been made small. So even when he goes to the bathroom, he feels he needs to hide his dick. I'm not saying that you go to the bathroom and you're showing each and everybody your dick and everything. No, I'm talking in spiritual matters now. As an observer, you observe how the men even go to the loo to pee. They don't have that alpha men, like, you know, like how men you'd go to the showers, nobody gives a shit, munatoa nguo muna shower. That is gone. Our men are so demasculinized. You look at them, the way they are coming to the bathroom, but like, wait a minute, what is this? Men bent over. They can't even make like eye contact. So me niko hapo, I'm washing my hands, I'm looking at the men coming in, I'm observing them, you know. Unakuja wanashindwa sasa ni jamaa mgani huyu anakaa huku na marobes huku, like who the fuck is this man? Unajua sasa wao they don't even have a sense of dressing wanaendanga na the masses, so they all look the same. So I'm observing Dayo Wariana. I'm observing and I'm making the conclusion that What is this? Complete the limited time task. Go live. No. TikTok, stop messing with my life. Stop giving me notifications. So, as a man, I had a group of men. So a group of men came and we were talking. And kidogo had like a whole group of men. Because I was talking to the men. I said, you know, we will never feel like masculine men if we live our lives passively. We have to take charge. As a man, you have to take charge of your life. You have to be decisive. I'm going to be the bathroom. That's a decision you have made. Get to the bathroom, whip up your member and do your shit. Don't go to the bathroom ni kama unaogopa. Unaingia bathroom ni kama hauko sure ulikuwa unakuja whatever ulikuwa umekuleta. Like it's like you're unsure. And the reason being, it's in your psyche. Your masculine is wounded. So you are living passively. You are passive in everything. Even when it's a natural call, you are passive even to a natural call. You are not taking charge of your life. You are not even being decisive going to the bathroom. And how we communicate as men. Now, this is me observing other men, how they are communicating, because you don't have to open your mouth to communicate. Body language. Okay? So, how you communicate reveals your level of self-confidence. And a man communicates with how he walks, how he stands, how he sits. Open your legs. Let your balls be seen. Wacha kukaa kama Samido umefunga miguu hapo mbele. Amokiragado. What is this now? What is a man doing this? Mwanaume anafanya hivi kwa nini? Unafanya hivi nini? Unafanya hivi. Amokiragado niwe kitewega niwe. They gave people a chance to scream. They said, we have gone through much, the Gen Zs and everything, so to understand, to go through a lot. So we are asking everyone in the audience to scream and let it out, which was a good thing for men to heal. Okay? And I'm observing the men screaming. Men, let me tell you. The men, when they said it's time for screaming so that we can heal, me, I'm observing the men. The men wako hapo confused. Then when the women are screaming, the men realize, oh, amesema to scream ile kitu tuko nayo nje itoke. Well, let me tell you, men should be grieving. Ile nduru wanaume walipiga. Ndio nilijua men are in pain. They screamed. At some point I was like, shit. I should have downloaded that inaitangwa decibels application. Nione the decibels kwa simu yangu ya hiyo screaming. The men screamed. Not because wameambiwa wa scream, but because of the pain that they are holding inside them. Me, I'm observing everybody was screaming. The men screamed. Mi niko hapo social experiment, like, wait a minute, look at this men. Hiyo energy yote muna scream. Take it to the gym. Take it to a boxing ring. Do something, some sports. Join a volleyball. Do something. Men, do you see your calcified energy? You are screaming like women. Ndio tumeambiwa to scream kitu itoke. Your screaming should have been there for your women when they are screaming. Now, imagine we are having women screaming and men screaming in pain. Wacha wanaume wapige nduru. Wacha wamama wapige nduru. For a few seconds, the screams, you can tell the men are in hell. You are screaming, but for me, nasikiza hiyo scream like men in hell. Totally trapped in their bodies, totally trapped in their masculine bodies, but they are demasculinized men. Because how you communicate reveals your level of self-confidence, or what you call the mental focus. So men should avoid rambling. Men should be direct and grounded. And yesterday on my social experiment, the men were not grounded. The men were not taking charge. The men were not direct. Not in how they were walking, not in how they were holding eye contact, nothing. It was a women's affair and it was beautiful. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. It was beautiful. But it was a lesson that our men are in their imbalanced feminine energy. So we are lacking that masculine energy to balance things out. You see, when you lack what you call a directness to anything, what happens is that you start holding things or you start hiding things. So this leads to shame and resentment. So this causes you as a man to not show up in a contented, or what you can call in a small way. So you become afraid to take up what you can call space. So you're a man, but you're not taking up any space. You are lacking confidence. Why? Your feminine energy is imbalanced. And it is very difficult for anyone to respect a person who lets people walk all over them. So our men are allowing people to walk all over them. So even ukirudi kwako, hata ukienda kwa your girlfriend or your woman, she can tell that you have been allowing people to walk all over you. And that is showing the women that you have a complete disregard to yourself. So tell me, why would a woman be interested in a man who disregards himself totally? There's no self-care. I was watching how the men showed up for the show. The men were not dressed. Wanaume waliamka tu wakavaa loafers na katrouser na t-shirt. Nothing. There was no good perfume for going out. The men didn't have. I was going to the men's bathroom. I didn't even smell any signature smell in the air of a man who had put on perfume. Good perfume. Nothing. Men, total disregard for self. So the men, if you don't think you are worthy, what do you think you are going to get back? You are going to get the same back from your external reality. And what is your external reality? You as the masculine. What is your external reality? The opposite. The female. So you'll never feel like you are capable, because the energy you always get back will never make you feel like you are capable. The women will be like, shit, our men just don't care. And I was hearing those conversations. I was talking to so many women. It was a beautiful affair. There were very many beautiful women. Very many beautiful women. Did I see a woman that I could fuck in the whole audience apart from Monjiro? Let me see. Let me now recall. Yeah, that one could get it. She was an MC. Like 3 women. Yeah, they are like 3 women. I didn't even, those are not even the women I interacted with. They are like 3 women. Like, you know, when you're in a place, you look at a woman and you're like, yeah, that one can get my dick. That one, if she was balanced, or if we had a conversation and she has something that would interest me, she can get it. Maybe like 3 of them. Maybe like 3 of them. I can tell, you know. However, for you, men, to be in what you call in that empowered masculine energy, for you to feel capable, okay? For you to feel capable of taking the initiative, for you to feel capable of being in charge of your own life, to make decisions, okay? For you to be possessing the discipline to see something through, you have to allow yourself to work on yourself now. You have to go back to the drawing board. Usisikize babako hawezi kusaidia. Your father cannot help you, and your grandmother or grandfather. Where we are right now, ni sisi sasa. You create something new. You don't even have to listen to me. You can listen to me and then come up with your own version. Go back and decide, wait a minute. It's true. I have to do something with myself. It's true to me fail. So give us something new. It's a new world. We want to see new stuff. We want to see new ways of relating that we can see, okay, the outcome of that, it's something beautiful. The outcome of that is a beautiful man who's balanced, to a beautiful woman and a beautiful family and a beautiful setup. We are looking for new examples. The old is gone. Even when it comes to manifesting, even all these old things of Akina Alan Watts that used to work, Akina, all these, what do all these people in this affirmation setups inaitangwa akina Godard. All that YouTube energy is old and gone. So you take the old and gone energy, because remember, you're in this world to either create something new or transmute. You're here either to create something new as the creator, not the creation, or transmute the old. The old that is there, you update it in your own version. Ufanye hiyo witchcraft ya kina Elon Musk. You take the old, you update it in a new way. Or you bring something totally new into the world. That is how you help God. God, the work of God is to create, relate, and do what? Civilization. God created, related, sat back, so it was good. And then what did we have? A civilization. Go ye and multiply. So you being the man, if you want to help God experience himself, you have to create something new. If you're not going to create something new, you have to transmute that which is there. And it has to be unique and original to yourself. These men, munaita men, wenye munafuatanga akina Kiengei, wenye muenda kanisa leo, akina Pastor Kanyari, you are recycling old energies that are going to lead you into nothing more. And very soon, men, your women are going to start fucking you. Trust me, you are going to have women putting on a strap-on to fuck the women in their bedrooms kama nyamaza. And it will not be out of a fetish, because if it is a fetish, a kink you have, I don't care. If you have a fetish where your woman does you, whatever you do in your bedroom, keep it to yourself. As long as you are enjoying it, hiyo ni yako. But very soon, we are going to see a role whereby the masculine man, the black man, will be done and done for. And the women are not taking a backseat. Wanawake wameamua. It is them to the world. Because they have been waiting for the man to take charge. The man is not taking charge. The men whom you want to help you take charge are lost in old traditions that are outdated instead of transmuting them. Tusokie roe mukaro. Gutiri usokie roe mukaro. Okay? Hiyo imeisha. Roe gutiri kindu ta gucokia roe mukaro. Roe ni roe haya rugeraga. Where the river has always passed, that is original and it will never change. Na hatuwezi rudisha. The river knows its way. So gutidoke jate sokia roe mukaro hatiri to gutiri mundu ugicokia roe mukaro na rutigacokio ni mundu. Because roe ni roe. Okay? Hau eda tucokia hatiri roe. Nona hau tucokia roe mukaro hatiri roe hau. When wenda tutokie kindu handu hatari. This is a new age. This is a new world. We need new versions of male, alpha males, who balance what is there, work with what you have. Your woman is working, you're also working. Now come up with a new way without looking external. But the only way you can do that is you have to start working on yourself first. Church will not help you. Keyword, I didn't say religion. Religion is not going anywhere. I said the church is your biggest enemy, men. I was observing you yesterday, singing gospel, dancing. Men. I'm okay, in 2024, I'm like, wait a minute. Do you understand the DJ pia ako kwa hiyo version, so hata he's a boy. So that's the only thing anazafikiria. But do you know how much powerful music we can play in such an audience that is empowering to everyone? Gospel music is weakness. Amukira gatho. No si turamukiria gatho. We should be giving the gratitude to the people who have made this happen. You yourself come up with the music that is going to make you feel empowered, not like you are the second coming. So uko kwa show unaamukeria modoge gatho and men hapo mbele ati yasa hao ndio wakina Samido mnaita wanaume weak men. And I'm not blaming them. Shout out to the women who made the event beautiful, because I'm even thinking without those women tungekuwa na show. But it's a call up for the men to get back on their masculine. It's time men started healing. Truly. There's no other option. Mi nakuambia ukweli. I'll take you to the river, show you this is the river. This is how you make what? Make a cup. Now drink. Okay? Drink. make a camp, drink if you want. If you don't want, that's it. That's stop. Yeah, baby top. Baby top ako hapo anaangalia Samido mpaka anataka kumuonyesha leg moves kwa sababu ndio amepewa kiti pale mbele, but he's not even moving like a man, ni kama mtoto. His beard analidiwa na baby top. You can see that baby top is more in her masculine energy. Okay? Yeah, baby top is okay in her masculine. All she needs is a man to choke her and give her a good dick to balance her in that. Hiyo kucheka yote hiyo masculine. A woman doesn't love like that. She needs a dick to silence her or a dick down her throat. You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm a real man. I know what I'm saying. Okay? So that is what was happening. Enough of that. Talk about yesterday. Nilikuwa nakuja kuwapea update. This was one for the men. Men, it's a call-up call. I'm observing you. Nawaona kwa show. Okay? Nawaona kwa show. Venye mko. You have taken a back role. And the people who are there, they can tell you this. Ukienda kwenye watu walikuwa wanapigwa picha and everything, it was the women. Okay, it was the women. And even the woman who wanted to interview me, nilikuwa nimekaa na maji, she even came to me, kama Aki, please don't leave. Kaambia, no, I'm not going anywhere. Because she looked at me and she knew the men have shied off. Hakuna mtu anataka kukuja hapo kuongea. Anaambia, would you like that? No, the men wanajifanya wako man, the men were nowhere to be seen. It was the women getting the free chocolate, the free ice cream. Wamama ndio walikuwa wananunua Muratina. Hiyo Muratina ni wamama walikunywa. To be really honest, sikuona mwanaume hata mmoja akinunua Muratina. I swear to God. Yesterday, I didn't see with my own eyes a man buying Muratina. It was the women walikuwa wananunua Muratina. Sikuona mwanaume hapo. Wanaume walikuwa wamekaa chini, hawezi amuka, they cannot care up. Venye tu waliingia wakachomelewa kwa hiyo kiti mpaka show ya Ntj imeishe. Sijui kama walikuwa wamefungia makojo mpaka mwisho. They were just seated. They were not moving. They were feeling so insignificant. Wamama ndio walikuwa na mamizinga huko, Jack Daniels na matambo na mamzinga. Unajua mademu wawili wako na Jack Daniels wanajijazia, nikuwekea cha. They're looking at me, would you like some drink? I'm like, no, I'm easy. I'm easy. I'm easy. They are looking at me like, why is this guy just sitting here beside us? Hata wana ignore Munjiro, wanaangalia Munjiro. They're like, we don't give a fuck about you. You're gonna fuck your man. You know what I'm saying? They're like, would you like some drink? I'm like, no, I'm easy. I make hibiscus royale. I'm not gonna drink that shit, Jack Daniel shit. I have it in my... Niko na pombe hapa. I have expensive alcohol here. Sometimes I feel like taking a shot, but I don't even respect it. Unajua ni marketing. It's nothing. You know what I'm saying? So... Man, I know you don't like this kind of conversations. Hata saizi najua mjafurahi. Najua mnafikia tu naongea. Yeah, it's better. At least I'm speaking about it. You are doing nothing but scratching your balls. And then tukienda in public, you can't even look anyone in the face. Okay? Shout out to Anne. You saw me some hibiscus wine at Gamis. Let's meet at Kikuyu Love Session. I have wine that has been brewing for Kikuyu Love Session kutoka siku ya Ngemi. It's crazy. Yesterday I took a glass. It's crazy. It's matures with age. Ni moto sana iko hapo. I have 40 liters for Kikuyu Love Sessions. Hiyo itakuwa special. And then I have another 40 liters yenye is brewing right now. So I'll have all of them at the same venue. And you know me, I'm generous. Like 10 liters itakuwa tu ni asi kukunywa. You know what I'm saying? So it was beautiful. Hello, do you sell the wine? Yeah, what to order wine? Even now, I have to leave the house later and send 8 liters somewhere. My life, kuna watu wanaocha hapa wanaweza kuambia, wine yangu inawafikianga Voi. They are in the space, na waona hapa wakicomment. My wine invite them in Voi. Inanga hapa kwa basi 5 liters inawapata Voi. Okay? Some comments in this live were filtered to protect the community. These are weak boys commenting. Haya nikie kuradhi na bere huko. Usioneani. Life path. So how many minutes? We have 14 minutes of questions. So if you have a question, you can ask for 14 minutes. Now let's turn this into a Q&A. Any question that you have, I know everything. Hawezi kuwa unajua kila kitu, wewe ndio unajua hivyo. Wewe ndio uliambiwa ujui. You also know everything. It's just that you choose to forget. So we are open for questions for the next 14 minutes. Ask any question that you have now. Wale wa Virgo energy, tumeingia Virgo. How are your dreams? Now, the headaches that you are going to be having for the next 20 days plus, like 25 days, coming 25 days, my advice, don't overthink anything. Don't overthink anything. You'll be having headaches. Ukisikia ni kama unapata headache from last week, understand that you're in Virgo season. And the headache is coming from you trying to think something too much. The whole of this month, don't overthink. All you need to do is have a routine. Namkanga 5, unamka 5. Nakulanga hivi, na exercise hivi. And this is a month for exercising. Hata kama ni walking, hata kama ni skipping rope. Skipping rope. We are going to a new land. Okay? Itanga the consultant, my immaculate energy. Hiyo tu ndio unafaa kupractice hii. The ones who know about the 12 disciples ritual or the 12 disciples practice or the practice that you follow when the year starts all the way to the end, or how they set up your education, why they make you go to school for 12 years to start with. Okay? Right now you're in the 6th month. We have a new moon in Virgo today. Mwezi wa 6 unaanza leo officially. See ya calendar tuko September 1, which is okay. But as above so below, we are given the times with the moon. Iko kwa hiyo Bible unasomanga. Sijui mnasomanga kanisa gani, lakini kanisa yenu ni ya Kiengei na Pastor Kanyari na huyu mwizi mwingine aitangwa Ng'ang'a. Where in the Bible does it say what gives us the time?
According to Rhema Christian Ministries, Ecclesiastes tells us that God is a God of timing. There is an appointed time for everything, and there is a time for every event under heaven.
Ecclesiastes 3:1. Sio kalenda ulienda kupewa hapo. So you do that as above, so below. You follow that, you are okay. So we are in the 6th month, Virgo season. AKA, let me bring you very quickly up to Virgo. Very quickly, and then nitaachia hapo. Ukitaka, you can go to my YouTube channel to update you. When the year starts, this is in vernal equinox, what you call spring, or the beginning of the year, aka when the sun, moon, and the stars are aligned, aka March 26 or April 10. This year it was April 10 because 2023 was what you call an intercalendar year, aka 2023 we had 13 months. So you are a woman, you don't even know that in 2023 ulinyesha mara 13 hiyo mwaka. Wewe hukuhesabu, wewe ulikuwa unaenda tu unanunua pads. You didn't even know that your periods were off by 2 days. Hiyo mwaka iliisha. Sasa tumeingia 2024, which is the beginning of the 7 golden years, aka wenye wanasomanga Bible sana, wenye wanaenda kanisa, ni ile ndoto ya Joseph kwa prison. Alikuja akaambiwa, nimeona ng'ombe konde zikikula ng'ombe zimenona. Tumetoka hiyo ng'ombe konde. Sasa tumeingia ng'ombe konde ikikula ng'ombe inone. The 7 golden years. That is why they are talking of Vision 2030. So by 2031, they'll have set up everything. New digital currency, new world order, kila kitu. Because these things they go with you. Nimesikia Ecclesiastes 3:1, whatever verse it was. Okay? The year starts. Kama una saa na calendar, utajuaje mwaka imeanza. Kama una saa na calendar, utajuaje mwaka imeanza. Ndio hiyo nimekuambia, vernal equinox. It is the day your body has no shadow. Ukisimama nje saa 6 ya mchana, you don't create a shadow. Hakunanga shadow. When you stand saa 6 mchana, you don't create a shadow kwa sababu unakuanga umekanyanga shadow yako kichwa hivi. Meaning the sun, the moon, the stars are aligned, vernal equinox, the beginning of the year, or what you call spring, ganabura yake hu. During that time, what do you see ukienda nje? Kunanyesha, kila kitu inamea, vitu hata hujaiona zikimea zinamea. You're like, what the fuck is that? Didona kitu kila amena. It is spring, birth, new things growing. So during that time, wewe unafaa kupanda something new. Whether it's a woman, you're planting a seed. Whether it's a business, an idea, whatever you are doing, you're supposed to be planting something new. We go for 30 days. That is what you call Yahweh in the Bible. 30 days we go into Taurus or Canaan or Baal or the worship of the bull or the Taurus house, the second house or the throat chakra. Tumetoka crown chakra. During those 30 days, you're supposed to be anchoring something down. We go to Gemini, Sodom and Gomorrah. the third month, or Gemini, the twins. During that time, what are you supposed to be doing? Communicating about your business or idea. Then we go into Cancer season. During that time, a person, place or thing or business or something, what are you supposed to be doing? Practicing some care energy. This is the 4th month. Then you go into Leo energy, kwenye tumetoka. Sahi tuko Maria Immaculate, Virgo energy. Routine. Ni sasa? Juu nimeona muulizi maswali. I don't want to teach anymore. Nimefikisha hapo kwa Virgo energy. So if you don't have question, nimesema is question time, so you can end the live. Let me see. Hakuna mtu ameuliza swali so far. WhatsApp him on the pin contact. What is that? Great vibes. Honey liter. How much is 5 liters of wine? My number is there. You may get a discount if you're ordering from 5 liters. Okay, 1 liter is okay. If you're ordering in bulk, you get a discount. Okay, in very beautifully. You'll see the packaging. It's very beautiful. You'll see the packaging and everything. Okay. For the others, we meet for the next show. Kikuyu Love Sessions. Itakuwa pale, what do you call those grounds? Elysian. I think it's Elysian grounds, iko Kiambu Road. Kikuyu for Kikuyu Love Sessions will be there, of course. If you don't make it for the Kikuyu Love Sessions, we meet at Folk Fusion. Eros Folk Fusion, the biggest event. I think it's September. I think it's 2 weekends away. September something. I can't remember the exact day. Again, that will be Folk Fusion happening again on Kiambu Road. Folk Fusion will be in Kiambu Road, hapa karibu na junction ya Kiambu Road na hiyo na Northern Bypass, whatever. Somewhere around there. Hapo. Yeah, so we meet there. What do we do with Virgo energy? Just do something, come up with it's on my Facebook page. Hata nimeweka kwa Facebook page yangu leo. Do something that involves, come up with a scheduling of doing things or a routine of doing things. So the remaining days, kama unaamukanga 6, make sure every day unamuka your 6 without fail. That is how you practice these things. As above, so below. Make sure your time, you practice that thing because you are going to a new land. It's harvest season. In short, Virgo season, you harvest. And you're harvesting what you planted during the Leo season. Not really harvested, but during the new moon in so we are talking of energies. They are energies that you, whether you know it or you don't know it, it'll happen. Whether you pay attention or you don't. So that is what will be happening. So that's what you do with the Virgo energy. So yeah, create a routine. Shout out to Anese. Anessa is telling you in the comments. And shout out to all the people in the comments, my beautiful moderator and everybody in the comments. Each one teach one in the comments. I love it when you have interactive comments. Watu wakiuza maswali, you've been there, done that, unawajibu kwa maswali. We have how many minutes? We have 6 minutes to go. So 6 minutes to go. Any question that you have in the remaining 6 minutes, let's go. Yeah, when you come to my live, I'll never ask you to tap the screen. Hiyo ni common sense, or to share the live. If you like the live, you can share. Right now it's too late, don't share. Kumaliza tunamaliza. Unajua. So 6 minutes of questions. If you have a question, I'll make it interesting. I'll touch on the whole video on church windows. That's a whole live. That's a whole live of 1 hour and a half. So I think I should do that live and do it, put it on my YouTube page. Any rituals for Virgo energy? Of course, today you have to do the new moon ritual. Today you have a new moon. So today, tomorrow, or the third day, do a new moon ritual. So when you're doing a new moon, it's because you have been given with a new clean slate to start planting, and you are going to harvest on the 17th when you have a full moon. So plant whatever intentions you have, but they have to go with the Virgo energy, which is setting a routine, a scheduling na vitu kama hizo. Ukitaka kufanya new rituals za money, zenye mnafanyanga za cinnamon, blowing cinnamon in your door, get online and look for these rituals and do them. The people who run the world, they do these things. Kutoka kina Elon Musk. Wewe tu ndio uko hapo kwa ujinga ya kanisa yenye ulipewa weak God ukifuata. Okay? Na hakuna mtu amekuambia ufuate. So do new moon rituals. You can Google them. Get on Google and write new moon in Virgo ritual. Itakupea. Now calibrate it to work for you. Okay. For the people in my big community, what's up? You know, we have started our new moon with the affirmations until the end of the year. Today was day 1. Iko hapo kwa group. Kesho itakuwa another one. That day until the end of the year. Every day we have a new affirmations that we do. And you don't even have to do the affirmations in Meweka. Nikiweka, take it, look at your situations, your circumstances, what you deserve, twerk it, but make sure you are farming like a fool. There's a madness to the method. By the end of the year, guaranteed, anyone on that community page doing whatever we'll be doing, we will be miles ahead in whatever we are doing. Guaranteed. We'll be miles ahead. What's the name of your YouTube channel? How do you use muthako mwero on rituals? Muthako mwero ni gutherio theragia. Hiyo ni ya ku clean the space na vitu kama hizo, or to guard. Inafanyanga pia guarding, because you can actually use it for ni kuri muthako wa weru, ni kuri muthako wa athi, na ginya mundu ni ahuthagira. Let's say you have manifestations ya dhuraku zinakuja kusumbua na vitu kama hizo, unaendanga unaongea na dhuraku na ziambia, sasa unajua hapa hatuwezi kaa, hapa kuna watoto, hapa kuna wanyama, niko na mbuzi, siku moja mnaweza guruka mukule, niko na nyuki, so siwataki. Oya muthako wa athi ugatua mahuti ukaiga hau ukawariria sigathama. So we can also do a whole YouTube video on those plants. Akina muthakwa, akina what do we call this other one? Ngodu. Their correspondences with the stars, how you're supposed to use them, how you're supposed to care them. For example, I've neglected my protective plants because I want to replant them. Okay, I want to replant them. And when you have a protective plant, this is the thing you forget. Wina muthakwa weru ni wenda huthagira magongona, no haria wigite ri nduheaga thumu, nduheaga mai, nduwaragiria wega, na kile kitu kona awareness. So I think I should make, no I don't think, I'm going to make a video on YouTube on how to take care of these plants so that they can take care of you. You get it? That was a beautiful question because imenikumbusha tunafaa kufanya hiyo live. Wait, unajua naangalia nini? I'm looking my YouTube name, because I was changing my name on YouTube from Jegawa Muthaka to Jenga na Jenga. Right there, it's right there. So my YouTube name is Jenga na Jenga. Jenga ile ya J, Jenga, like the board game, Jenga na Jenga. Get what I'm saying? That's my name now on YouTube. Jenga na Jenga. What should feminine men do to encourage our men to take up their masculinity? Shit. That's a beautiful question. The thing is that now the men, when you tell them, they are going to lash out. They are going to take that as an attack. They are going to come after you. They are going to tell you, tell you you are disrespectful. However, it is your role as a woman to not enable that behavior continue. So find ways of hinting. Unamhintia, because our men are so damaged. They are going to lash out. So unaacha to hint like what he should be taken care of. Unajua to hints. You know what I'm saying? Tukaa hizo. Is the energy more favorable for Virgos? No, for everyone. I want to join the WhatsApp group. Who is this? WhatsApp me on 0720-803-702. Then you'll be added to the group. For how long was the Lions Gate open? Or up until yesterday. It was closing yesterday. Okay. So yeah, so the remaining 5 minutes. This is what I want to add. I will take you to the river. I'll show you how to make a cup. It's your decision if you want to make the cup. It's your decision also where you want to drink from. It has got nothing to do with me. It's your choice. It's a free choice. You will always have a choice whether to do it or not. ni jenga na information, jenga nijenge na information ya if it is okay to share hubs with strangers or anybody. Yes, you can. Always look at go with your intuition. You see, you're in a world where you are trained to just use the 5 senses, which is sight, sound, hearing, seeing, or speaking. Exercise your 2 senses, the other senses, which is your intuition and clairvoyance. That is why they talk about the 7 senses. Explaining the 7 C's, why mlikuwa mnapewa code liver 7 code liver oil. Unaona hiyo maneno yote, the 7 C's, code liver oil. Si mlikuwa mnapewa mafuta emulsion, code ilikuwa inaitwa, acha niwaonyeshe witchcraft. Called hapa ilikuwa inaitwa 7 C's, code liver oil. Iko wapi? Let me show you the witchcraft. Right there. Found it. Na si ati imeisha, iko. This. You remember this? Unaona hii the 7 C's, these are the 7 senses. Unaona jina C's venye imeandikwa, look at the 7 C's. The first capital S is capital. The second one is capital. And the last one is capital. That's symbolism. Sijui kama unaona. Now what you are looking at is the rainbow. You unaona iko hapo juu. Now that symbolism of the rainbow is the flooding of the ark or the firmament. Okay? Hiyo is called emulsion. So wacha nione kama ita expand so that I show you. Right there. So if you look at the 7 C's, okay, these C's, unaona this is, unaona hizi lines, unaona ati the ship is floating. The ship is you, that's your ship. Now, this symbolism is the church window. Okay? Now, this is the ark. Now, this is the dark, Orion and the dark. This is the firmament, hapa iko hapa juu. As above, so below. Now, these lines of the 7 C's are the 7. Remember, unaambiwa kula mafuta ya samaki inakujenga akili, wala wa omena. So, hizo lines, hizi lines hapa unaona hapa ni za brain, ni what you call the brain waves. Unaona, this is the symbolism of the brain waves, aka beta, theta, delta, the brain waves, which are affected by the 7 water cycles, the atmospheres, which you call the days. Leo ni Sunday. So today you are receiving the energy of the sun, hence the gold. So the sun's energy, gold, today is influenced by the sun. That is why you wear your Sunday best, because you are externalizing yourself, your Christ consciousness, your Jesus. So unavanga Sunday best ama unangara. See, because it's a day ya kuenda kanisa, kwa sababu you are receiving the influence of the sun. Kesho, you are going to receive the influence of the moon. It is called a moon day or Monday. Tuesday, you are going to receive the influence of Mars, which will be the red day or the iron day. The metal for the day is iron. Wednesday is Mercury, communication, this mouth. That is why you have many markets on a Wednesday, stock exchange. Thursday is Jupiter, expansion. Friday, Venus, love and appreciation. Ndio maana unapewa Kingfisher panty remover, unaenda unapigwa maji. Saturday is a day for the mini Ramadan or a Sabbath or separating. Ndio maana hata uendi kazini. Sunday si tumerudi leo. Ndio hizi. One day I'll do a live on theta, beta, delta waves, esoterical speaking, and what they mean. So utajua Monday na receiving more delta or theta or beta waves, so are more in nature, as above so below. May thy will be done as it is done in heaven, operating on this level. So today is not a good day for this kind of music. Na vitu kama hizo. I start doing all these things and putting them more, or that is why they are saying plus omega fish oil. Fish ni Pisces. Na vitu kama hizo. Gold is not good for men, Jenga. Why? Because it causes infertility in men. You know what? If you had made that comment 4 years ago, because I used to have a piercing on my cock. I used to put a ring on my cock, lakini ilijiziba. Kama ungesema hiyo comment 4 days ago, because I have gold rings, ningechukua hiyo gold ring niweke on my cock. I would have been wearing a cock on my gold ring just to prove you wrong. There's nothing wrong with gold. It causes no infertility. Otherwise, the Pope will not be sitting on a golden chair. The Pope will not be handling gold every day. He never be drinking from a chalice made of gold. The Pope will never put gold around his neck. The British people will never have the largest deposits of gold in their monarchy. So whoever told you that gold is going to make you weak didn't want you coming close to gold, my brother. Okay? Yeah. So do this. This will be a huge advantage for me. Nipe hiyo gold yote uko nayo. Actually hata sitaki kuzaa. Nipe hiyo gold yote uko nayo nikuwe navaa kwa shingo yangu. Ni sawa? That would be beautiful. Stop regurgitating knowledge. Unasikia kitu. Gold, okay? This is a physical manifestation of light. Light as in weight. Ndio maana wanasemanga gold is the lightest metal. Light as in weight, the physical representation of light alchemically as an alchemist can only be turned into gold. Ndio maana ukishinda competition unapewa gold. Wewe ndio the light of that competition. Silver is moon. This is silver. 925 pure silver. Silver represents the moon. Ndio maana nimeweka kwa thumb. Thumb has the sun up here and the moon down here. So silver is the moon. The physical representation of the reflection of the light is silver. Then we have bronze. You get it? Hakuna kansa utapata kutoka kwa dhahabu unless you are listening to the poor man's gospel yenye imekuambia uachane dhahabu, uachie wazungu wachukue dhahabu yote. Ni sawa? Shout out to you. Don't mind me. I'm a strong believer of metals on my body or inside. I have no disrespect for you. You are a believer. There's a strong difference between believing, you are a strong believer, and knowing. I don't believe. I have a faith, belief with an F, not your V, and imagination. So let me tell you something. I believe everything. I even believe what you have said. I believe everything. I even believe gold can affect your manhood. I believe all that kwa sababu umesema. However, I believe in nothing. AKA, I don't go into those things to make them give me a meaning. Because to me, gold is beautiful. Ni sasa? Shout out to you. Mwenye anauliza about copper, nimetoa copper, nilikuwa nimevaa copper. Copper is good for you. Why do you think copper is a good conductor? Why do you think copper is so expensive? Why do you think watu wanaibanga waya za copper? Fanya copper catching in your land. Come tell me. Enda upande shamba yako, jaza copper. Ukipata kawaya ka copper kuja, dungilia kwa shamba yako. See how your shamba thrives. Copper is a good conductor of electricity. Not the electricity that you know, no. Other energies. Internet is free. Unaona internet mnalipishangwa? Internet ni free. Free from where? Free from nature. So they throw satellites up there. The satellites have conductors, copper conductors. Whatever energy they receive, they see what can we do with this energy. They're like, oh shit, inaweza communicate, inaweza tuma picha. So they call it internet and they own the intellectual property right. Elon Musk is not a genius. Usifikiria ati internet anasambaza kutoka America. No, internet is free. Huku juu. It's free energy. Now Elon Musk is in every country. Wewe jaribu tengeneze satellite. Isemekanange ati satellite wako inapita America. It will be shot down. Mjue ni nani wanarani hii dunia. Yet, satellite za Elon Musk ziko huku kwa hewa. Satellite za radio speakers ziko huku kwa hewa. Wewe tengenezeni yenyu Kenya. It is going to crash. Because you don't own the world. Do have a beautiful day. And I love you from the bottom of my heart.